So born in Annapolis, Maryland. Lived there up
beautiful
until,
city.
Oh, it is gorgeous. But home is now Sacramento. We've been here for 33 years, so we love it in Sacramento. But was born into a family, 3 sisters, 1 brother, and I grew up in Annapolis, Maryland until about 18, where my husband and I went over to Germany and was there. He was in the military, and we were able to be there during the Munich Olympics, and that's where I got my glimpse of helping people in crisis. Knew that was my niche, right? Even to that point. And then when we came back home, started to raise a family. I have a daughter who has my granddaughter, Alexandra, and my son who has my other granddaughter, Arya Rose. And their names are Jeremy and Angela. So my husband and I are chaplains, and we have been working together ever since we got married, which was 44 years ago.
And so how did you end up in Sacramento per se?
You know, for 7 years, I sang up and down the East Coast. My dad was out here, invited me to come and sing at his church. We fell in love with Sacramento, California, and said, we want to come out here. And basically, within 3 months, we had sold our house, and my sister and her family had sold their house, and we came across country and never looked back. It really, truly felt like this is where God wanted us to be.
Teach us a little bit about what you do routinely.
We serve law enforcement agencies, 19, which are city, county, state, and federal, all either booked out of or around the Sacramento area. And then we have community chaplains that serve alongside of officers to work with victims. When someone calls 911, they expect an officer to come. Then our officers call 911, which is our phone number, because when they need help, we're out there to help them do their job, and for us to be able to help the people get back to a new kind of normal. We also have chaplains which are actually trauma responders, and that's a clarification too. Because our training is all in about trauma, the title chaplain is who we are, but what we do is trauma response care. So we are not going around praying for people and having Bible studies. In fact, we're considered constitutional chaplains, which is basically, we have 3 perspectives or objectives, if you would. We're religiously neutral. We serve everybody with or without faith. We do not have an entanglement with government. We don't tell what the government should do, and the government doesn't tell us what to do. We have that freedom. And then thirdly, which is the big one, is that we have a secular purpose. So that's why I say our title is chaplain, and it brings about volumes of confidentiality, people without agendas, people with not representing per se a religion or a specific church or faith building, but they represent the departments of whom they serve. And the religious and the secular response is to help people in trauma.
And what do they want when they're in crisis?
People want 5 things when they are in crisis or they've experienced a trauma. 1, they want compassion. They do not want sympathy or pity. They want empathy and compassion. True, I connect with you, not because I understand what you're going through, but I connect with you because I've experienced a pain and I know what that pain feels like that you're going through. They want to be treated fairly. They want justice during that time of crisis. They want true and honest information. They don't want false hopes. They don't want promises. They want accuracy. And mind you, when people are in crisis, they only remember 10% of what you're saying anyway.
Sure.
So we don't have to give them a lot of information. In fact, we do it very slow and deliberate. They also need physical things taken care of. You know, it's amazing standing in the rain just to be thinking about covering them with an umbrella is something that is beyond what most people think about at the time. And so all of these things are the things that we do when somebody's in a crisis without having to ask somebody, what do you need?
I want to ask you the question I always ask, that if you could do something magical and wave your wand and fix or repair or turn something wonderful, what would it be?
Oh, wow. I've seen so many hurting hearts over the years. And I think the ones that hurt the most
have no faith. So if I had a magic wand and I could say, what would I like is there's always going to be hurting people. There's always going to be tragedies. I would wish that they at least have a relationship with a God that loves them so much.